Two monologues don't make a dialogue. Jeff Dalley. I'm a full-time student and I work a full-time job. Like all of you, I deal with people all day, every single day. Today, I want to discuss communication skills training, what that means, the identifying and improving a personal skill for myself, and the journey in which I did to do so, as well as the benefits of doing said practice. To begin, what is communication skills training? This is the act of improving individual skills that are applied in communicative situations. With this practice, it could be with two or more people, and you learn how to express yourself more directly and clearly, as well as listen actively and attentively, no matter the situation. In my case, I went on a journey of sorts of identifying the interpersonal skill I struggled with most, mapping out ways that I could improve, and then applying it in certain situations that are both uncomfortable and comfortable for myself. Then I reflected. To begin, I took a test. This is a test that identified my strengths and weaknesses when it came to interpersonal skills. And my weakest skill was communication in groups. For me, this just meant the comfort and confidence I had in myself when it came to communicating in a situation that was with more than just one person. Then I mapped out ways to improve. I identified certain situations that allowed me to practice in real life, I guess, and then I also took surveys from people on their perceptions of me. This is where I identified the negative and positive perceptions people had, as well as identifying what I could do to either change or maintain perceptions that I wanted in certain situations. Then I applied this skill. I did so in two different ways. One was at work. Every Wednesday morning, we do work meetings. One person from each department discusses how the department's doing, what important information that's going on, anything anyone else needs to know. I normally avoid this. It's uncomfortable no matter how familiar I am with the people around, because it's such a large group that it's intimidating and people often don't hear me, and I feel like I have to constantly repeat in order for people to kind of get the information that I need to express. I also applied it in work events for my boyfriend. This was smaller groups, less intimidating, in my case more comfortable, but also uncomfortable in the way that I was completely unfamiliar with everyone. They were all strangers. Both situations were comfortable and uncomfortable. In all of these practices, I changed certain ways that I spoke, verbally and non-verbally. When it came to verbal communication, I raised my voice. I spoke a little slower, tried to be more clear with what I was saying. Non-verbally, I straightened my posture. I raised my head. I tried to make eye contact as much as I could. With that, I got feedback, all of which was positive, all of which included things like they could hear me. I got everything that needed to be said across, that they enjoyed meeting me, all things positive. So I reflected. Positive feedback always gives you confidence, of course. If you did well, and people tell you did well, you feel like you've done well. And then there was also this confidence for myself that I had done it before, then I could probably do it again. And so I was able to practice again and again and again. This leads to the benefits of communication skills training. Not only do you help build relationships with people, a stronger foundation, but you're also able to communicate clearly. This kind of gets rid of miscommunications that don't have to be had. This also brings up conflict. Not only do you avoid certain conflicts because what you want to say is said clearly, but you also can navigate these conflicts. When there's clear expression of what wants to be said, as well as reception of what others are saying, not only do you avoid miscommunication, but then people feel like they're being heard, that you care about what they're saying, and that always improves situations. You also have an increase of self-awareness. One thing I've learned with the test, especially in this class, was that a lot of people noticed that things they thought they were good at, they were actually not very good at. And the things that they thought they were bad at, they were a lot better at than they thought. And so you kind of are aware of where you're at, what you need to improve, and maybe how people see you. All in all, I discussed what communication skills training is, how to practice said training based off my personal experience, and the benefits of doing said practice. I implore you all to do your own practice, go on your own journey of learning not only how you communicate, but also how you can better communicate in certain situations. Thank you for listening.
Well done.